What do protection of whales, helping the poor, and an opera performance have in common? Each is an example of a privately provided public good, which is funded by charitable giving. How important is the charity sector of the economy? Economists can provide insights into why people give, how to get them to give more, and the importance of charitable giving. I'm Professor John List, and this is Economics for Everyone. In an earlier episode, we learned that the government provides many important public goods. These are called publicly provided public goods. In this episode, we will learn about another key provider of public goods: private organizations, often called charitable organizations because they are funded largely by charity. We can begin by asking, just how important is this sector of the economy? The answer is, it's very important. In the United States alone, today there are more than 1.5 million registered nonprofits. To see just how much money is contributed, consider this figure. The figure shows charitable giving from 1970 until today. As you can see, there is tremendous growth over the past 50 years. In fact, I am now going to overlay the S&P 500 over this exact same time period. The S&P 500 and charitable giving mirror one another. They are both growing quite a bit over the last 50 years. Where does all of this money go? Well, in the US, it goes to several areas, including religious organizations, hospitals, education, endangered species protection, and poverty alleviation. Why do people give to charity? That's an active area of economic research. I'm employed in that area myself. This question is important because if we understand the underpinnings of giving, we can advance efficient tax and spending policies for the federal government, and we can enhance the giving rates to charitable causes. Economists place the reasons for giving into two broad categories. This first category is what economists call altruism. Altruism is a behavior with a primary motive to help others. This simply means that when people give to charity, they are doing so to help others. The second category for giving is called warm glow. It is a behavior with a primary motivation to make oneself feel good. This type of giver donates to charity because it provides them with a warm and fuzzy feeling. A bit like consumer surplus. You might remember when we talked about that in a past episode. This type of giving is motivated by some underlying selfish reason, such as feeling good about oneself after giving. I had the opportunity recently to put these ideas to the test when Alaska reached out to me and asked me for some help in their Pick, Click, and Give campaign. So my team implemented a statewide natural field experiment with over 540,000 Alaskans. The experiment was set up to test: do more people give because of warm glow, or do more people give because of altruism? For thousands of households, we sent a letter asking them to make Alaska better for everyone by giving today. For a totally different group of households, we sent an identical letter, except in this case we said, warm your own heart by giving today. We were effectively testing altruism versus warm glow. What do you think we found? Well, first, our fundraising drive brought in more than $3.1 million. And these gifts came from more than 26,000 unique givers. Second, our results highlight the importance of warm glow. Individuals who received our warm glow appeal were nearly 5% more likely to give. And when they gave 20% more than people who received the letter appealing to helping others. In this case, warm glow rules. Now, before you say, here comes the economist again, he's saying everyone's selfish. That's not what I'm saying. I want you to note that giving is ultimately an act of generosity. And if we can induce more giving by using economics, then we have a great chance to expand the giving pie. And that's a good thing. To sum up, charity is important all around the world. This episode focuses on gifts of money, but gifts of time, that's called volunteerism, is even more important in many parts of the world. Economic tools can provide important insights about charitable markets. How can we expand charitable acts? How should we think about the relevant tax breaks to use for charitable giving? How does government spending affect charitable giving? Which public goods should the government provide, and which should private organizations provide? We can answer all of these questions and more with economic thinking. And that just shows that economics is for everyone.